Hi, and welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm just going to be talking about Transformers 1 and kind of my thoughts about it, where I'm sitting over the whole thing. First, I do want to remind everyone this week is a very special giveaway. There is a Transformers, it's all in here, the Transformers Generation Selects Legacy United Autobots Stand United 5-pack. That includes the Earthrise Hound mold for the first time. This isn't how I'm gonna ship it out, but you know, it's got everyone in there. You can enter to win it for free. Just check out last Saturday's review, or if you would like an extra chance to win it, you can donate $1 to My Extra Life, which we're gonna show right now up top. You know, there's a link to Extra Life. The day this comes out is the last day you can donate the $1 to be entered, because I need to keep track of who donated. But you can go ahead and do that if you want a second chance to win. Otherwise, if you want just the one chance to win for free, go check out that video, and there's instructions to follow there. So Transformers 1 came out. It looks pretty dang good. I think overall I am not sure how I felt about the humor, but as you know, I watched it a couple times. There are a lot of things that I like, and so I think I'm tentatively excited about the movie. We have gotten some rumors. Oh yeah, before we go too far, super excited about Cybertron Hotshot. That's going to look awesome. I'm even more excited that Dr. Wu announced he's doing Siege cassettes. That's really cool. But yeah, the Transformers movie, it's coming out September 20th. We've gotten some rumors about it already. Essentially, the script outline was leaked, as well as they did some focus testing apparently, and people said the focus testing had very mixed reactions. So I think before I saw the trailer, I was thinking, oh, this isn't going to be a very good project. But now that I've seen it and done a little digging into the creative team behind it, I think I'm like tentatively excited. We unfortunately have the same producing team that's done all the Transformers: Lorenzo D. Bonaventura, You're a Hack, Tom DeSanto, Don Murphy, Michael Bay, Mark Varhadrian. They all, you know, they don't seem interested in making creatively interesting stories. They just want to pump out action scenes that generally, for me, don't even work that well. But the writers for this movie, they have maybe a little bit more of a mixed history. I was trying to look up Andrew Baer and Gabriel Ferrari. I didn't get a ton of information about them, but on the Transformers Wiki, they've actually updated the fact that they rewrote Ant-Man, and I really liked Ant-Man. They penned Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I liked Ant-Man and the Wasp a lot. Those are two strong movies that I'm pretty happy about. Apparently, they were brought into the writer's room for The Last Night, which is not so great. But I think that's a really big writer's room, so I don't know how much influence they had on that. The thing that really has me excited is the director, Josh Cooley. Josh has worked on a bunch of stuff at Pixar, and I feel that in this trailer that we are getting not just a Transformers action movie, but a Transformers adventure movie, which is very important to me. The fact that he did writing on Inside Out and Toy Story 4, which I thought were really good movies and stories. Toy Story 4 was one that I went into that bummed and not that excited to see it. I think I watched it the first time on a plane. I didn't watch it in theaters. I watched it on a plane and I got sucked in. It was really enjoyable. I really liked it. So the fact that he is doing the director stuff, he's not writing the story, but we have two pretty decent writers attached to doing the writing of the story. And we have a director who knows how to direct. I mean, he directed Toy Story 4. So he knows how to do blocking and tell a story visually, as well as knows how to write. It's got me more confident in the final product, as long as we avoid studio interference, which we'll see about. We have gotten a look at the toys. The toys don't interest me that much, but I mean, so for this trailer, we've seen a couple things, right? Bumblebee's talking. I'm actually I'm pretty okay with Keegan-Michael Key talking. I think it works in this case. I think that the fact that he the humor doesn't always land. It's probably 60-40. But the fact that there's this, like, we're doing this kind of mixed aligned IDW origin where its quintessence have taken over the planet. It feels like there's some of that caste system here that they need to rebel against. But this is like, it's related, I think, to the 13 primes. It feels like they're going to get their cogs from some of the 13 primes. But this buddy cop, Orion Pax and D16 teaming up together, earning their transformation cogs with, I think, Alita and Bumblebee supporting is really interesting. It is interesting to me that it's this foursome and we're not getting like a Starscream or another Decepticon in this like group. The humor, I said, like, it doesn't always land, but I recognize this is definitely directed towards, yeah, Alphatron looks awesome. I guess they all get all four cogs from Alphatron. The humor doesn't always land, but I feel like it being directed towards a younger audience, I'm kind of okay with that. I've gotten used to that with other kids' movies. That, like, I'm not always going to find it funny, but the kids in the audience are going to find it funny. The joke that did really land for me was Bumblebee's like upgrade stuff. It's some interesting visual storytelling again. The fact that there's physically something missing that needs to be inserted. I wonder if that's going to turn into a toy gimmick. I like these designs a lot. Like, here's a decent shot of all four of them. Alita 1, like, if we look at her proportions, she is like 2/3 legs there. I mean, they're all kind of like that. But it's these like exaggerated proportions that are still very recognizable. It feels very much its own thing. It is interesting to me that this is kind of the main crew from Earthspark. Like, we're getting some brand synergy there. I do not think this is tied in anywhere into the Earthspark like lore. I don't think it's a prequel to Earthspark. I don't think it's a prequel to the live action movies. I know we've gotten a director interview already. Let's go to, so we got some toys that I don't really care about. The Studio Series toy does look pretty good. I'm kind of excited for that. Let's see, close. We got in this interview that TFW 2005 shared from Screen Rant. Josh Cooley talked about kind of his thoughts on the franchise, and I think I agree a lot of what he's saying. That he's interested in telling a different sort of story than has been done with Transformers before in movie form, in cinema. I'd say we've absolutely gotten this story written. There were the Aligned Continuity books. There was the IDW like went into in both versions, right? IDW 2.0 was essentially all prequel, and IDW 1.0 shares a lot of the same beats in its origin story. It feels like he's being coached by the producers to do this thing. It is this line here, where he says, Josh Cooley says, this is its own thing. It definitely is canon, and we are working within the world. We're not deviating from the canon of Transformers. These are the same characters that people know and love, but we're just showing them in a different way and in a different time frame. I feel like fans have really taken this out of context, and they're saying like, oh, they're not confirming if it's a prequel to Bumblebee or not. I take this very differently. To me, this is very clearly stated that he is adhering to the overall shared lore of Transformers, which shares a lot of the same themes, characters, and like not necessarily all the same story beats, but similar story ideas. For example, like Unicron being a thing in several different pieces of media, or Optimus Prime being Orion Pax originally in several, not all of them, but in some of them, he was like, animated Optimus. It was always Optimus. That's Prime is a rank there. This seems to be like sharing bits from Aligned Continuity, bits from IDW. Feel like it's two primary sources. The Optimus Prime and Megatron being like brothers in arms. I don't think they're literal brothers here. I maybe I'm wrong there, but I do feel like we're getting that sort of they were brothers in arms before they fell out. The very common, I feel like, in modern Transformers media, not so much like G1, but very common nowadays. I strongly feel this is its own thing, and if Transformers 1 is successful, we will get our own fully animated franchise. I don't necessarily know what is going to happen with the live action stuff. Maybe they'll keep making them. Maybe they'll convert entirely to this. I don't know what the, let me see here. Okay, I did a quick search just to see if maybe there's some information about the Transformers 1 budget. It doesn't look like there is any right now, but I wouldn't be surprised to find out that this is a lower budget film than Bumblebee or Rise of the Beasts. And I think that is a smart thing if the studio is not trying to make every movie need to make, $1 billion in order to be financially successful. Make smaller, more budget-friendly movies. You can do more stories. Bring in creatives that care about telling a story. The right moves are being here. What does have me cautious is that the same producer team is there, and they seem really hesitant to allow for the creative storytelling that we're looking for. They meddled in Bumblebee. They meddled a lot in Rise of the Beasts. We'll have to see. And then the focus testing rumors that we got, that it didn't land super well. I'm curious to see if that is just because it is different from the other Transformers stuff, or if it was because it isn't good. But yeah, I am overall excited about the Transformers 1 movie. I think tentatively, it could go either way. But as of right now, there's things that I like that I'm seeing, and hopefully it turns out pretty good. I'll be catching it on September 20th. Fingers crossed. I got free tickets to see it, Rise of the Beasts, early last year. Well, let's see if we can go see it early this year. And if I can, I'll put it out on social media so other people can come see it with us. And I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye.